Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? 6 p.m. It's a Thursday, and what can I say? We live. For those that don't know, I go by the name FreshSta. Yes, sir, that's what I are, and I'm gone too far, aka Rakhadi Fresh, aka the guy I shapiling Uncle Wafis seen on the DMs, aka my drugs was Seval. Haritsubeng. Yo, I've got a special guest today. We're gonna have a chat with a very prominent rapper. Can't even call him a rapper. It's like prominent MC. Like Batuani or Body Miracle Lyrical. Yeah, So we about to kick it with him. Yeah, we should actually send him a request so long. But yeah, we're gonna be talking with Captain. He's a rapper from the Free State. I let him do the talking. I let him do the introduction. I let him do, the works.
Yo,
Yo, big homie.
what's going on, my dog? How you living?
Easy. How are you?
I'm easy, man. You can hear me?
Can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, What's going on?
Lovely. Inside hot man.
Kira some funish. Say mamizinyana, you know? So fair, but beyond that, everything's gravy, man. Everything's gravy.
Are you still in
Yo,
PTA?
salute for having me out here, man. You know what I mean?
No, definitely, man. It's a great honor. It's a freaking great honor to have you on.
Word.
How long Shapaka Bomo that DMs did? I was like, yo, man, lady, kids are right. But yeah, eventually you hit me up and he's like, yo, let's rock.
Yeah. My bad, man. I don't. My DMs are a mess, man. I really don't be in there. It was only by chance. If you like I don't know what I was looking. I was speaking to Youngs, I think. But in any event, that's how I came across it. I was like, yo, ish, you sure my guy thinks over yeah, I mean.
No,
So,
I
but I
remember.
apologize.
No, it's all good, bro. I remember honey, Ribuaka feature.
Oh yeah.
The feature that we were supposed to do together. Yeah, Langana go respond that. So
Yeah. My DMs are crazy, man. I think the best way to communicate with me, man, is definitely via email because Kenny born that's on at least, you know.
What's another check?
So when I get a check, I mean, I have to, you know. What I mean, it's most of my business is conducted in there, so yeah, definitely have to check those.
Facts, man. No, thanks a lot for coming through, for honoring the invite.
Already
We're gonna have
know,
a good
man.
chat, man.
Let's do it. I'm here, man.
Yeah. On solid PTA, I know the heat is crazy, Gara.
Yeah, I'm still in Gotham, man. Gotham is crazy. What shit say he, fam? What shit say?
I know,
What shit
I
say?
get
Yo.
you. It's crazy. So it's crazy hot. I've got a daughter out there in Mamelodi.
Okay.
I can
Mahlanye.
Hey, Gamahlanye, Gara.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's nuts over there, man. You
Yeah, it
gotta
is.
be in and out. You must have business out there. It's like can I feel like that.
Fela.
Ah,
A se ka se gore o shapela round fela je no shapa
now fuck all. Next,
tla ithola le
you must have a
mathateng.
serious. But like Pumana jiving, fine.
Yeah,
Yo,
ka se
salute my guy, Melly Mel. I see you, my dog. I see you, my dude.
Yo, what's up, Melly Mel?
Mel
The
is in here, man.
assembly's in the
Salute, dog. Yeah,
building.
you already know. The
Yeah.
assembly, what up?
No, we're going to chop up good. Kata assembly. Ke bone hore something nice is coming through soon. I know we're going to chop it up nicely. Tell me, bro.
Yes, sir. Yo,
Free State, what up? Where in the Free State are
what's
you
going
from?
on? So me, I'm from a place called Virginia, small town place right next to or place next to Welcome. So I was born there, raised there. I spent time between there and Kronstadt, Grandshop, you know.
Oh, okay.
My grandmother was in Kronstadt, so me and the cousins and my big brother and my siblings and everybody we would be there in Kronstadt a lot of the time because of my grandmother. But home, Virginia, that's where I was born and raised at.
So
Yes, sir.
hip hop winga guy, because Virginia la omamelo makau.
Yo, man, that's a fact. Yo, listen, man, you don't know about the gang story out there. Out there, it's bad, man. The gang story out there, and it's like like thugs. The ones that that
Yeah,
that are hand to hand. There's no gunplay. No, I mean there is gunplay, but people play with the knives mostly. So
mostly. Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like
That's the go-to
yeah, so it's like
weapon.
real yeah. So it's like real gangs, real gangs. Um, but how I came across hip hop was you know how it is, man. Post '94, the doors opened up for us. Like we were all you know we all started finding ourselves in like multiracial schools, or they called them Model C schools back then. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
that's still the case, but that still applies. But we found ourselves in those kinds of places, and um, certain cultures and things were adopted when we got there. So Hoa was prominent, and
Facts.
um, around about that time, around that '94 mark, is when a lot of the classic shit started coming in, started trickling in. The
Mm, mm,
Illmatics,
mm.
the you know what I mean, the Ready to Dies, and like Leaders of the New School was quite big back then. Tribe Called Quest. Those kinds of things became open to us because I mean the channels also the music channels, they also started playing a lot of the music because that bottleneck was no longer there. The government wasn't really capping what it is we were consuming. So
Okay.
if you remember SABC1, I mean I'm gonna go back as far as back as the studio mixes and the Sprite Rush Hour, like those that's when we got in. That's when we got introduced to the hip hop that I think that sort of ushered us in, the Snoop Dogs, the Doggy Styles and things like
Oh
that.
yeah.
We got to hear that from the TV shows. And I mean, when you hear something like that, when you're sitting as a youngin and Hoa is something that you're speaking now, that becomes appealing. It becomes
Facts.
appealing to the point where you're like, man, I want to give it a try. I want to, and you start by writing people's rhymes, um, and then rapping people's raps over their tracks, and then it gets to the point where you like, shit, I can give this a hand, I can write my own thing. So
Mm.
so that's pretty much how I got into it, man. It was definitely just being exposed to it post '94. The music started trickling in, and it just became something that we adopted and ran with it. Plus, our older
Mm.
brothers, they
Oh
had the
yeah.
stuff that we wanted to hear. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Our
yeah.
older
Yeah.
brothers had the
Yeah.
stuff we wanted to hear. They were stocking that good shit. So yeah, man, we just took it and ran with it, and we're like, yo, listen, let's give it a hand and see what this does for us.
Dope.
Fucking
Queen Aziza,
however many.
and I'm chilling here. You speaking about studio mix. I'm like, damn. I was probably 4 years old, kind of Queen.
Is I don't know blocker Aziz. I don't know mo blocker mo Aziz.
No, 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 no,
Can
no,
we
no.
not?
How the man? How the? Yeah, yeah. No, o block Queen is one. O block Queen. O batla Queen Elizabeth atsoe bagolo.
Just this one.
You don't do
Just her.
that. Can't do
What's
that.
up?
No,
What's
no,
up,
no.
Ozzy? What's up,
She's
Ozzy?
very
What's
nice
up,
for the
Ozzy? No, that, that's
content.
yeah, that's my sis right there. I love her to death.
Shout out, shout out. So, you speak about your
Word.
brother, and I've listened to one of your songs, and you mentioned that you had a brother. Oh, he's network issues there. Let's just wait for him and see what's going on. Okay, let's try and invite him again. Is load
Yo,
shedding still a thing? Yo, my bro,
yeah. Was that me or you, man?
it was on your side.
God
I've been
damn.
on.
Yeah. All right,
People
cool.
are
That
saying it's load
maybe that
shedding.
was.
There's load shedding still a thing in Gotham.
I not I'm fit to. I don't know what load shedding is. Where I'm at is it's live all the time, bro. It's live all the time, dog. I don't even know what the hell load shedding is here. Here, when there's way too many important people living here, man. You know what I mean?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ocho, my bro.
Listen, man. Yo, Wayne is out here. You see? Wayne is out here. BW, man. Gotham, baby. I got
Big
you.
W. Yo, let's continue.
My bad. My bad, bro. Yeah.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. We used to these things, South Africa. Hence, but since banana opinion, we used to these things. So earlier
Yeah.
on, you spoke about influence, like hip hop culture influence coming in from your brother. And I was listening to one
Yeah,
of your
yeah, yeah.
songs, and you speak about a brother of yours that's late. Was he the one that
Yeah.
influenced you?
No, it's him. He actually passed away before I even met him.
Oh, for
He
real?
was yeah. His name was Neil. Um, so he was like the year before me. So it's like my older brother Tato, then it's Neil, then it's me. After me,
Oh,
Kitabo, then my little sister. So I didn't even get to meet Neil. Neil passed away. I think 9 months after my mom's gave birth. Like he just fell ill, and then it was one of those things. Like I think she ended up he ended up passing away in her arms, and I mean it was yeah, it was something that's pretty traumatic, I think, for her to have experienced. And
it
um
is.
so yeah, I mean, so my grandmother used to say that I came twice. Like I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
came the first time. Yeah, I came the first time. I wasn't feeling it. Kahuka. Then I busted a Yui and I came back. As me. So that's why I say in that song that I have to go twice as hard so you can get to live through me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he passed away before I was born. Rest in peace, my big brother Nero. But my brother Tato, he had access to the stuff. Like he had stuff that was coming in through like mixtapes and things like that. Um, and we'd get to I'd get to like borrow them all, borrow them,
Yeah.
and give my man there, and just absolutely just hone and harness a skill level that that has really been put together over years, really.
Mm,
So
mm,
yeah, so
mm.
my big brother has a lot to do with that. He's got a very good ear for music in terms of like generally like it's music, hip hop, R&B, and but
Dope,
yeah,
dope, dope, dope.
that's yeah,
Oh man, shout out to your big brother Tato, and may Noah
yeah,
soul
salute.
continue to rest in peace. I think he definitely lives
Thank you,
through
man.
you. He
Thank you,
lives
man.
through the
Appreciate that.
bars. That's why you go
Thank you,
twice
my
as
dog.
hard. So yeah, man,
Thank
shout
you, my
outs.
dog. Appreciate you,
Let's
man.
get
Thank you.
to big pleasure, bro. Let's get to the name, right? So
Yeah,
when I got to find out about you,
yeah,
you were still going by the name Captain Clapman, right?
yeah.
And but now you go by the name Captain FS, right? And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
the big homies, the affiliates, they all know that 057 the area code
That's that's
yakasiam.
that's
So
that's where it's
wherever,
at. Yeah,
yeah, so wherever Captain FS is, 057 is being raped, right?
you already know. Full
One
fledged.
time. So tell me, why did you drop the Clapman?
I really didn't. It was based off a necessity. I think when the DSPs came along, the digital service providers
Yeah,
came
yeah,
along,
yeah.
it got tricky. The number obviously is something that is it is I wouldn't I think my reasoning was don't go that route. Don't use the number as a prefix to the name.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to be a little bit clever about how the name Captain was preserved. I didn't throw away Clapman. Clapman is still there. It's just that my name presented on social media on the digital service providers
DSPs.
is Captain FS. So when I'm featured and things like that on records, it's just easier to get a hold of my music. Clapman didn't make sense to go up there, man. It's just way too violent, man. And that guy, I only bring him out. I only bring that guy out when it's wartime. You know what I mean? So, but Unzaliti,
Oh, I'm telling
he's
you.
still there. Yeah, and also,
Um,
just Captain FS was just a little bit more universal. It's just um, and it zeroes me right to the free state, but it still is very universal.
okay, no, I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
Aziza Ari, Prince Captain Claps, man. So I even forgot at some point you were a prince,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
now he's a
listen,
king,
Clapman,
though.
Clapman, Clapman is Clapman came about around the cipher eras.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
was about to say.
we used to have to battle for that, man. We used to have to battle and prove ourselves. So in my tertiary years, essentially, that's where that name was honed quite, you know, you know, purposefully because
Mm.
we used to have lunchrooms. We used to have, and now it's everybody coming from all over the country, right? And you all coming to these tertiary institutions, and you're coming to study, and everybody's coming with their hood on their back, and everybody is feeling like, listen, we got to prove ourselves as far as this hip hop shit goes. So when we're in ciphers, there has to be, like, we have to establish sort of who's who. So that name, I mean, come on, man. Like, if you hear the name Clapman, this is not something that Ike Kapile. This was something that was given to me. This is a title that I earned. I really had to go through niggas for this name.
Cause you
I
clap, you
really
really
had to,
clap.
yeah, I really had to body niggas for this name. It wasn't something that Ike Kapitino or anything like that. It was earned. It was earned. It was honed. You know what I mean? So, that's why, kiddo, that guy, like Uting, I gotta feed him bananas every now just to keep him docile.
Before
Because
he
he's a
goes
wildcat,
ape
man. Yeah, he's a wildcat.
Dope. Tell me, speaking of ciphers and battles, you are a battle rapper by nature, right? So
Facts. Oh yeah.
yeah. I know, I'm a fan. I know.
Word.
So I want to know. So where in the period of your life does this, because earlier on we discussed how your brother introduced you to the to how your brother exposed you to the music and being free and shit started playing on TV. So I want to know
Yeah.
where between all that did this sense of you starting to want to battle rap come in?
I think it was in high school, to be real, because um, and back then it wasn't really called battles. It was like how much more material did you have than the next man, you know?
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, and
How long can you
like
go?
we had to, yeah. How I mean, we are now at a point where I think a lot of us were writing at that time, like um, and some of us, like our skill level, I mean, I'm gonna speak for me. Our skill level was still, on the come up. At the time, we were bumping the Biggies, the Puffs, the Maces. Um,
The smooth.
so it was shiny suit era. Everything was
Yeah.
gleamy. Everything was pop. Everything was more money, more problems type of thing. Um, and I mean, obviously, some of us were also in tune with as I said, as I mentioned earlier, the Tribe Called Quest is
Yeah.
the Helter Skelters, the boot camp clicks, and um, but that predominantly the era that was like the shiny suit era. So we used to have to like go during our lunch times at school and whatnot, like come across other rapping crews or other people who also love the art, and we'd have to like show and prove, like, yo, I wrote this rap yesterday, I definitely think I'm nicer than you with it. And
Mm-hmm.
we go back and forth until somebody gave out,
Things up.
until
Yeah.
somebody's raps like fella. But really, that's where the competitive edge came in. That was definitely high school, where I felt like
Mm.
shit. What I mean? I gotta constantly prove that I'm nice, and that's what it was about. Today, I mean, back then you couldn't step into a cipher. Like, dog, listen, these days, these youngins, but I'm not to blame, dog. Soft,
Do youngins still have
soft.
ciphers though?
They don't. You know what they do? They
I
stand around
saw
flipping. They stand around. What's these things these bongs and things these kids be smoking? That's the cipher these days.
that's the
That's what they
side. Yeah,
stand around.
facts, facts.
Yeah, yeah, man. These
And
kids are
then
soft
Baba
these
put it
days.
on the more.
Yeah, man. But you Canada and whatnot. But there
But
was no
the
way in
second
hell.
smaller than the radius. These kids.
Yeah, man. So me, I'm cut from a different kind of cloth, man. The era where we had to be really nice. You wouldn't step near a cipher, man. If Cass was in there going at it, you wouldn't, man. That was the divide between us and them.
Facts.
It was yeah. You had to really be about it if you wanted to jump in if you wanted to jump in in a circle of really nice guys and rap. Like, you weren't gonna stand there with that bullshit about circles, smaller. Like, listen, man, listen, listen, player, that way, that way. Take
Yo,
take take that bullshit that way. You know what I mean?
which way?
That way.
Yo, R.I.P. Makado,
Haila,
man.
haila, that way.
Yo, before we continue, I'd like to officially say the
Yes.
assembly is in the building. Shout out to
Yeah,
my
what up,
big
the
bro,
assembly?
the
What's up, man?
truly.
What's going
Yo,
on? The assembly, what's
yo, we
going
about
on?
to
School of
rock.
Hip Hop, we here, man.
We about to. Ah, Jimmy Wiz just joined in. What?
My guy
Yo, we
Jimmy.
about to
Jimmy, what
rock.
up?
Yo,
We
what
in
up,
there,
Jimmy?
man.
Cool.
Yeah, you got
Which
some
high school
chillers
did
in
you go
there.
to, by the way?
So I went to a high school called Harmony. It's actually like around like where I stayed basically. It's called Harmony High School. Um, Primary
Back in
school was
Virginia.
CBC. Yeah, back in Virginia. Yeah, the
Okay.
primary school was CBC and Harmony Primary School as well.
Dope, 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 dope. I want to get into so the rapping, the battles that basically started in high school, right? So
Yeah,
when
yeah.
did you move to GP then?
I moved to GP in '02. Yeah, '02. Like I said, I came up here to study. Came up here to
Okay.
come do my I came up here to come do my little civil engineering degree. You know what I mean?
You
And
little.
yeah, my little something, something. Um, and then
You're like just
yeah,
it's
then
literally
yo, you gotta
okay, I see
chill,
you, Cap.
folks.
I see
You
you,
gotta
Cap.
chill, folks.
No pun intended. I see you, Cap.
You gotta chill, folks.
Hide, 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 hide.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but yeah. But 2001, 2002, we came up here to come, to the whole Jimmy comes to Jersey joint to come get a formal education and just be something in the world. But the passion was always there. The
Yeah,
passion
yeah,
for and obviously when we got here, those opportunities became like a much closer. Like there were studios where we could go to and
hmm
um, yeah, just the opportunity to be around people, like-minded people. Yeah,
Friends.
yeah,
Where
yeah.
did you study in varsity? Sorry about that.
Um, Pretoria Tech. It was called Pretoria Tech back then. I think these days it'd be to Tshwane University of Technology (TUT).
TUT. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Also, you always been a Cap City cat.
I'm Gotham through and through, man. Listen,
Through
these
and
people
through.
wanted to adopt me. I think they wanted to tip the scales with me. I must find out. I must find out from Bo Envy and the Black
Didn't
Lesbies,
they
and them
though?
just find out
I
like
think they
they
did.
really. I think they trying to rope me in, man, and I don't know, man. I'm just not ready to give up that FS. You feel me? I still have a Golf with Free State plates out there, dog. I'm through and through with mines, man. You know.
Check, check out Asia motho wa gagwe, Pretoria Tech.
I'm old school, man. I'm old schooling with the youngins.
Def, definitely, definitely. All right, let's talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the music. Let's start with School of Hip Hop. Just take us through what School of Hip Hop is, how did it start, and what were you guys doing there?
All right. So School of Hip Hop is it was an ideal. You know what I mean? It was definitely something that we felt um like we always had to present or had to put the culture before us. You know, and
Mm,
always just we always felt serious about the culture, like to the point where like not not to advance ourselves in front of what the culture is. We stay learning, like to stay committed to serving the hip hop culture, because I think certain values are lost if you forget that, you know. And
facts.
like the whole ideal was, yo, um, like when you look at Ntota's Kid, you have a
Mm,
succession plan, right? There's always people. You get your head boys and your head girls and your prefects, and they come and they go, and then they
hmm
usher in the you know
The
the
new
next
ones.
the next the next exactly. And
Mm,
that's what we felt like, right, when we now on our conception in our inception of this idea, who do we see as those people who are leaders to us? And then we'd shoot them off. It'll be your double HPs, your Stogs, your all them cats that were at the time that people that we saw up and we looked up to, like close who were close to us, and we felt like, yo, man, I think there's definitely something that we can contribute as well, on our way out, if I can say. And
Yeah.
it like we really just were enamored with the ideal of like cultivating, and giving back with the culture, and learning as much as we can, and also just and that's what it is really. When you listen to the music, it's like you hear what my life experiences have been, right? So it's
Yeah.
almost like I'm giving my lecture, and so people can sit in my in my class and hear, yo, okay, this is his dissertation on this and that and the third, and this is how he's speaking, and that information can be taken by the next person, processed, studio thing, and create something that he might have heard from me. But the School of Hip Hop thing was an ideal. It is an ideal. Like you
Still
can hear in
is.
everything we do. Exactly. In everything we do, it's still quite a prominent thing. And we live by it, man. We live by that code. It's a scholar mentality until the border, basically.
Till death do us part.
Early.
I love how you just
So
metaphorically explain that.
I'm gonna move to a much lighter place. I'm sure people are starting
Okay,
to
cool.
think, yo, yeah, we moved to a much lighter place. But I'm still here. What's up?
Yeah. Honna e ulfifi. Se ke laitile and you still good. Ba bona people ya tsa tse di la khale. Ai.
Hey, I'm gonna let blind and fun. Blind.
The go le challenge you.
I'm telling you, everybody needs to come to Gotham one time, man. It's fair.
Yeah, well, I can never escape Gotham. I've got a 6-year-old, so I can not chance.
Right. Here we go.
I love how you explained that so metaphorically, because it is a school. It's literally a school, and
Facts.
the way you just took it, and you just you even the slang was yes gay now one, so people understand, or it's not just a couple of guys that got together and started making music, but it's actually a culture, which is very beautiful. Because I, for one, I learned a lot from that collective, because I mean, the assembly comes from that collective. Facts.
Salute.
Let's move on to Benty, MFE.
Okay.
So now you're in Joburg, and we're in Pretoria. You are next to your peers. You guys are making music. How does signing to MFE come about?
Sure. Yo, you taking me back to a time, man.
Spoken Priestess said the same thing last week. I'm doing a good job.
Oh, word. Yeah, nah,
Word.
listen, man. Listen, you bringing me up nicely. You pacing this up nicely. So MFE, how that came about. So 2010, nah, late 2010. I had mid 2010. I had a joint called Go Away. Which was produced by M Phases. Shout out to M Phases, the legendary.
One time.
And that song was doing pretty good. I think it was on 5FM #1 for something like 6 weeks or something like that. Shout out to Spoken Priestess as well, and shout out to DJ C Live, because they had the joint and they were
going
hard with it. Yeah,
Spinning
we're
it
spinning it,
hard.
man. Week in, week out. And if you recall, I think the show had a repeat as well. I think something like 2 o'clock or something like that in the morning. Like so it'll be at like 9 o'clock, I think it was, and then it will happy around 2 in the morning.
Oh,
But like
okay.
the
I didn't
record,
know that
yeah,
actually.
yeah, it had a
Okay.
repeat, and um, and so this wonderful, crazily intelligent, legendary MC heard it on one of the repeats of the show, and
Oh,
I think he
in
might
the
have,
wee
yeah, I
hours.
think he might in the wee hours of the morning, and he might have heard it, Isilore, like it was maybe I was maybe on my fourth or fifth week at number one, and
Mm.
he he used to pay attention to everything, and when I say he, I'm talking about the great one, the late great
The
one, them
legendary.
kids, yeah,
Shout out
the
R.I.P.
big bro,
The
yeah,
big bro.
and yeah, and he heard me on the show, and I really, this is where it gets funny because I'm not sure where he got my number. He
Yes.
got my number from Benty, but how he put two and two together that um, Benty was managing me at the time, and he happened to be managing the team, the Money First Entertainment team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think he must have spoken to him, Paul, like, yo, there's this kid on um, the show, yeah, see live, and like the kid is nice, like and I think because they were coming from shows at those kinds of hours of the night, so maybe he was driving with Mpo. Maybe that's how it happened. Maybe he was driving with
Maybe.
Mpo, and then he's like, yo, this is a dope break, and Mpo's like, yo, I know this kid, like this kid is from School of Hip Hop, I know this kid, I manage this kid. He's like, yo, give me this kid's number, right? Wamfonela that man, and umfonela that time that he heard me, yo, got 3 o'clock in the
Same
morning. That's
time.
the time he decides to call me at that late hour. Once or something to that man that time. Or eta, I'm like, sure. Me, I'm coming up out of my sleep, man. I'm tired as hell. I'm going to
Eh,
work in the morning.
Awana lalona kabalinda from
I
you.
the last person I'm expecting to hear from at this point in my life is him, Para in front of Eta. It's in my sleep voice like, yo, man, you know what the hell time it is? It's like, yo, man, kopa na le wena, ke zwakala moloko guy. Like, who am I talking to? And like, he's speaking in a Sesotho, which is like, kind of architect, because he's Zulu, like, so he's
Eh,
speaking ka
eh.
Sesotho-nyana
Who was
se
to that already?
kopantshitsweng, yeah,
Eh.
yeah. Bua
I had a
Sesotho-nyana se se
roommate that
kopantse,
spoke like that.
yeah, se kopantshitsweng ka chepisi se. And so so he's like, yo, kopa na le nna da ko moloko da mfethu, and we need to chop it up. So I'm like, yo, man, listen, I don't know who I'm talking to, bro. I'm not gonna be at no more local. He's like, Linda who pro. I laughed my dog. You know what? I damn near fell out of my bed, bro.
Yo.
I damn near fell out of my bed, man. And I'm like, yo, you bugging? Like, there's no way I'm talking to. There's no way I'm talking. He's like, yo, it's me. I got your number from Bent, and I just want us to talk, right? Fuck. Like, yo, this nigga is dead serious. Like, he wants to come. This is my idol.
Bro,
Linda's my like. He's like, there's like rappers.
top
There's
one.
rappers. There's rappers, and then there's like Linked. That was that guy to me. He still is. 6 feet
Till today.
deep. He
Yo.
still is. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yo.
yeah. Facts. So me, man, like that, I never went back to sleep. I don't think, because I stayed up. I think for the pretty much for the rest of the night. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go see this cat. I had been in his presence before, and we'd actually recorded a record,
Before.
yeah, Meloding. But that song Meloding was recorded
What?
before I got signed. Yeah, that song was recorded before I got signed to MFE. That thing had been done. Let me think. 2009, early 2010. And
No way.
through
No.
I shit you not. I shit you
No
not.
fucking ways.
That initial meeting was put together by Nyams. Shout out to Nyams. Because
Yeah,
I
one
told him
time.
and it was around about the time, this is how you'll know. It was around about the time that he was working on Snakes and Ladders. So yeah, it was around '09, he was still piecing that album together. And we actually like Nyams actually just listen, come listen to this kid. If you don't like him, we'll keep it moving. But I'll bring you some beats and things like that, so we can also just have a beat listening to session while we at it. So I feel that Kimo beat ya melody. He fell in love with it. We recorded it. Long story short, that song was recorded before the man heard me on the radio and pieced it together who I was. So when we met Como Loco that night after you asked me
He
to come
already
over,
knew who it's the cat that featured me on.
yeah,
Fuck, man.
exactly. And at that time, I had already met with Button because I'd met Button actually in the interim. So I had given Button beats from Manans for the Finally album.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, you and
so out
Manaz
of
been
Fita
rocking,
Studio.
eh?
Yo, listen, Manans is School of Hip Hop, dog. Manans
Yeah.
is like Manans is School of Hip. We know Manans from back then.
Bo Bishop, Bo Archbishop, the Oscar.
Archbishop is Manans. Archbiship is
Oh, Archbishop
Manans.
is Manaz.
Yeah. Him
Ah,
and
okay.
Def
That's
McGinn.
exciting.
Him and Def McGinnis formed the All Star. Yeah,
Oh,
Def McGinnis is
yeah.
my
Archbishop
Def
and
McGinnis is and Def.
that guy, I can't pronounce his name. It's too much for me.
Yeah, Def. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he is my actual. He's my biological little brother. So Kiana Tlatamangna with Def. This is School of Hip Hop is a family, dog. We're not here to play
Yo!
games. We're a family. You know what I mean? So in any
Man!
event, I'm giving you gems here, man. You know what I mean? Gems.
I thought I was prepared, but not
So
today, bro.
nah. So when I met Lindoms at Moloko that day, this is exactly what he said to me. Dwana, so MFE man. And that was it. That's how I got signed to the label. That day. And then he ran off. I was in we were sitting in VIP with Button.
Yeah.
And the man just walked up to me. He's like, "Yo, so MFE manje, so ring. We'll discuss the paperwork and shit." And that's it. Yeah, that was it. Then he went on about his night. You know what I mean? I saw him again later in the evening before, because I think he had to perform that night. It was the JR's Colorful Nights thing that used to happen in Moloko.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, those things were bomb, dog. I enjoyed those. They were really, really dope.
They were really dope because at that time, Nikki first day usually, I think.
Oh, right. So you out here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
okay.
Radio, yeah.
UJFM, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm blind. Jwale Zaga problem because I'm still a student.
Yeah, so that's how that MFE thing happened, man. That's exactly how it happened. Yo, you are now MFE, and that's it. We started working like promptly on. I think the night after that, I recorded the first song for MFE was on Button's Finally album for the remix.
The remix,
Yeah. So literally that day after that. Yeah. So literally that day I got signed. That night, I was in studio with Button recording that remix with everybody else. Bricks was there. Dukes was there. Everybody was there. SFS. Shout out to SFS. Shout out to Mumble. Yeah, we did one session. Yo, that thing like. It was so quick. Like it was really, really so quick. Like, yo, you signed to MFE today. Yo, this afternoon be at the studio. So I literally had to rush from the office to the studio.
To the
Kingola
studio.
that verse, I think, yeah, Kingola that verse, I think, at the studio, like literally pulled up at Mambo's, at Faces' place, and I had the 8 ready to go. And I just literally had to jump in and be out as well because I had to, because I had work the next day. So I arrived there, busted the verse, and I had to dip, and then it then became a question of, yo, continue work is starting. I'm gonna need beats. All right, big bro, I got you. Let me go speak to my nuns and
My
see what we can
Bruce.
do. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
man. Oh,
yeah.
dope.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned
Yes,
FreshSta
sir.
there. Are you guys still rocking
Mm.
together? What a
Yo,
dope
Face is
engineer,
my brother,
man.
man. It ain't even like, yo, Face is my brother. I really owe a lot to that guy. Like in my early sort of music career, he did all my music, the go-aways, the just relaxes, the um a part of the work on the 8 tape that you finally hear was recorded at Mambo's studios. You know what I mean?
Studio.
There's there's a gang of work. The School of Hip Hop mixtape was done there. Um,
Mm.
like it, yeah, yeah. That's my
But
brother,
the
man.
skills and
That's my brother,
yeah,
brother.
nada.
Out there, out there,
Why?
out
Oh,
there.
not the genius strong.
Listen, man. That's it. That's the only way this is gonna happen. This is the only way.
Facts.
Look, I've only ever depended on a fine circle of fam. Only the School of Hip Hop cats. Only the assembly cats. The my nuns and deaf. The people that I walked in with, and that's how you keep a tight ship, man. Like you meet certain characters and certain people along the way that that you get enamored with, and you draw close to you and whatnot. But the core is there. The core is always there. And I came up with these people. I came up with
Facts.
with label. We came from the Free State with label. This is not that's my brother. You know what I mean? That's my dog. You know what I mean? Mel ukopana loruna through the other homie who is in School of Hip Hop Inks. They used to rap together in ciphers and what have you, and that's how he trickled in. He actually then met Lebo as well on through another channel, and then that
Oh, for
he
real?
came full circle.
When
Dog,
I walk up on top, me lily.
no, they met before me. They, Mel met two of my niggas before he met me. He met Inks, Slim Zulu, and then he
Yeah.
met Lebo, Lebo
Lily.
Trudy before he met me. Yeah. From there,
Yo.
yeah. Hey man,
And
I'm
I didn't
giving you, I'm
do
giving,
that. I can't say much.
yeah, I'm giving, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's dividends,
Yeah,
man.
no, didn't
He
do
was
that.
definitely, he sat on, he architected that whole thing right there.
Facts, 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 facts.
Real spirit, real spirit.
Yeah.
So it's
Earlier
family,
on
family.
you
It's not
mentioned
like,
had it.
no, I'm saying like, so it's family, family. It's not like I
Yeah,
had
yeah, yeah.
capella to
No,
the,
definitely, definitely. We were still on that MFE tip. Earlier on you mentioned
yeah,
Button. Um,
yeah.
how close are you with Button? Because Catalina Guineo
It's
and
raw.
your late brother Guineo. So like
Yeah,
how
and
tight
and and and
are you guys?
and his surname is Mudisa as well.
Whoa.
So
I saw this a couple of
yeah,
months ago, I
yeah,
think.
yeah,
It's just that they are
yeah.
aksa yamanja L yamanja D. Ma akim D
Mine is
service.
the L. Yeah,
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 I get
hijack, yeah,
D.
the D.
Yeah,
Mm.
that was so
But that
mind blowing for me. Like, yo.
listen, when I found that out, now when I found out who the Kineo Mudisa,
Yeah.
I think I had a coming to God moment. Like, what is he trying to tell me?
Wait on.
Okay, I'm older than him, but like this is way too, it's like way too, like I mean, like coincidence is one thing, but
Yeah, this
it
is
just felt too
definitely a
spiritual.
coincidence.
I mean, so when you ask me well now, like how close am I with that guy? That's my heart, man. Like me and
Yeah.
him, we've gone through the illest shit in this industry, under one giant, you know.
Yo.
Shout out, shout out to SFS too.
Yeah.
So he felt he for me, like he understands. Like when I say I'm hurting, he understands. He'll know, you know, because we were there. You feel me? We were both there. You know, when shit started to go pear shaped, when we lost the leader,
The big
you know,
homie.
when we lost CT, you know, he knows
Yo.
that pain. Because we were really, because we really we were out there grinding as a team, like, and you see, um, 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 you know, a lot of teams moving together, and it's probably um, mostly the case that Majida Azwana on that level, Bautwana, but
Mm.
I don't think I could equate to what we had. Like you know, and I'm about to fail dismally trying to explain, but we were really,
Yeah.
really, really close. We were really, really close.
Yo. Yeah.
So I'm
Let's
still I'm still very, very, very much in touch with Nell. That's to the to the to the end. Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. Let's talk briefly about pros passing and also how you guys got to do Maui. Ke Maui, ne?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I find that this is, you know, I not really um I don't like talking about that day, but you know, I'll bring you up to speed with where I was. Like
Mm.
um
If you're not comfortable with it, we
funny.
can just talk about
No. I
about
got you. I got you.
my
It
cool,
was
my cool.
the 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 funny, the week before that, man.
Yeah, Vita
Um
24.
the
Shout
week,
out Aziza.
yeah. Yeah, that was the campaign. Yeah, shout
Yeah,
out
yeah.
Ozzy, shout out TP, shout out the whole MFE team, you know what I mean? Shout out Tepo, everybody who worked
Zagwe,
on that project. But
Stogie,
Zagwe, Stove, Mugs, everybody who
Max.
contributed to
Oh, Vesia
yeah,
Max.
yeah, man.
Magi.
I mean,
Oh,
yo, that thing dogs. But in any
yo.
way, before the guard died, I got a missed call from him. Um,
Mm.
I got a missed call from him. And like it was something like late in the evening. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna hit him, you know, the moment I get up in the morning. And for some reason, I think maybe my day ran away with me, but because or I didn't
Mtola
get back to
ukubona.
him. Yeah.
Mm.
And then, I mean, I went about, you know, my week, and then I woke up the you know, the Saturday morning, and that's what I heard. He had passed away the night before,
The night
but
before.
not the following morning because I had switched off my phone, and I usually that's what I do. I get a high phone so till I.
Mm.
So in the morning, I get up, and um, I get up normally before my wife does. So I get up and I go out to go, you know, start my morning and what have you. And she normally takes her time to come up out of the bedroom, but that
Mm.
day she was basically on my heels. But so I'm put on, have I heard? So I'm like,
Mm.
what have I heard? What? Because I think her friend had either sent her a message or called her to ask her if it's true.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously she will not have known. So now have I
Mm.
heard what? You know, I think Linda might have passed away. I'm like, nah, that just fucking can't be. And Paul would have sent me a text or something. Like you know, I would see something. So I picked the phone up, the phone alarm, Paul, like immediately. Um, our manager, Paul. and
mm.
and that's when he confirms it, man. Like he just couldn't find it in him to give us a call. Like I think he was just still dealing with it because
Himself.
like yeah, when it happened, he was the one that had to go out there. Him
Oh yeah.
and Tabo, our brother Tabo Kalinye. They're the ones that had to go out there with CT,
Mm,
to go get Big Bro.
mm.
So that that really fucked up the niggas. And so to the point where, by the time that, I guess they were supposed to disseminate this information, Majita was still dealing with it, I guess in their own fashion, So when I called him, Paul, he confirmed it. Yeah, and that just kind of fucked me up, man. Yeah,
Hey,
I wasn't, yeah, I wasn't, I mean, even, yeah, to this day still, man, it's still tough to think back to that day because I don't remember much of it.
of it, yeah.
Um, I don't remember much of it. I just remember that when Paul confirmed it, like I think it just all went black. You know what I mean,
Yeah, I get you, big bro. Yeah, man. Rest in
yeah,
peace to
man.
Linda, one of the greatest to ever do it. Like you said, man. There's
Yeah.
Linda, and then there's all these rappers.
Yes, man.
Um,
I mean,
for me,
it's elementary, man.
yeah, for me, he was simply the best because he could do it in two languages, and he do it just as better in both languages. For me, that I was sold because
Yeah,
of that alone.
yeah,
These others
yeah,
accolades and whatever's come after. He could do it the best in English and in isiZulu. So that for me that was crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. Take
And
us through
I
the
think you only got
yeah,
if you
yeah.
want to get a measure of the man's like excellence, the man's genius is when you when you see what he did when he dropped the album, when he dropped his first album. That was a paradigm shift in the industry. There was no coming back from where he was taking us. The moment Heads and Tails dropped, it was over. Everybody had to go back to the drawing board and rethink everything.
Bro,
That shit was
for
too much,
me,
man.
when Moses Obabona dropped,
It was
I was
over,
still a
dog.
young man.
Yo, listen,
Mara.
man. I'm sitting. When I first heard it, let me tell you how it happened. When I first heard it, I was sitting. And it was around about the time when I was still studying, so I was going home during the holidays and things like
Oh
that.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and we were watching. I think it was still Studio Mix. I'm not sure, but it was. I mean, it was one of those late night shows
Shows, yeah.
on Friday. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And Wozo Babona came on, and
Hey.
it's me and Mom Dukes watching TV, right? And this guy's rapping. He's rapping. He gets to the point. Always been the talk of the town from corner to corner. Ngisazovela khona lapha esikhona. He went on that rate. You know what I mean? Ngiyakholwa kumele ukhokhe umoya ekhehla makhumbi isikhokho sakho. When my mom said, I knew. My
That's
mom's
what
the
you
my
knew.
mom you don't move my mom. Like my mom's it takes a minute. But when she said, I was like, I bet.
Dad,
I need to go to work. I need to go to
yo,
work. I need to go to work right now.
yo.
That man was special, man. Like he I could go on forever, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Top tier,
You know what
man.
I mean?
Top tier. Yeah, let's please take us through the Vita 24
Right, right, right.
campaign. Yeah, yeah.
Vita 24 was was coined by a lady in this group, in this chat, and who's listening to us over here is Azi. So it basically 2 years after 24 comes in like the month after he passed away. So it was
Oh
2 years
yeah. Oh, yeah.
after
I've always wondered
Anakoka.
what's the
So
24 for?
so it's the 24 months since anarchy,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah.
So we did the campaign called Vita 24, which was basically, just because all of us, né? Myself, Neo, SFS, had all done our little. Oh, actually, SFS hadn't. So it's myself and Neo at the time had already done our little tribute songs for him. But as a team, we hadn't. On the original song Maui, the original record, SFS alludes to, like, he speaks to Linda. He alludes to speaking to Linda.
Yes. This verse, yes.
Yeah. And then he was like, "Yo, I want to do a remix of this record, and I want to get you cats on it, man." And that's what it was going to be. It was just going to be a remix. And then me, I was just like, "No, man, listen, we can't disrespect it, and just let it be a song. I think we gotta do something that's a little bit more befitting of that name, befitting of the Don Vita,
Yeah.
So I pushed for, us to get a campaign going, and then I asked Ozzy to come in. Ozzy then came in, and she did some stellar work on that, man, and that's where the whole campaign took off. It was basically, just his soldiers paying homage, because we really hadn't spoken about it since Ashoka Haruna as the people that he signed to the label. We hadn't come together to do it. So it became a campaign, and we also thought, like, yo, who else would be would fit, when it comes to doing something like this. And we reached out to Stogie, we reached out to like his peers, Stogie, and him were pretty close. Him and Mugs, their story is I mean, Zagwe is one of the cats who, he came in with, or he ushered in, essentially, because people used to, really compare the two, and it was to the point where people, whenever they had forced this idea that, like the son was biting his style, and for whatever reason, you know what Linda could have done? He could have been like, yeah, actually, but because he's so comfortable, and he's like, what I mean? He's like, yo,
he knows. He knew.
He was the guy who said to me, when I had the idea for Aces, I sent the beat to Vita. He was like, yo, reach out to Son. See if Son will jump on the record. Then we can do it that way. It was his idea to do Aces. Aces was just going to be me and him. It was Linda's idea to get him on there, and it was really just a three-headed monster type record where three trifecta of the countries getting represented. So it was 031, 011, and 057. So it became like a monumental record.
And Zakwe says it in his verse as well, right? What is mine is in the Free State. Yo, let's not talk about Aces. I want to put it in. I've got it later on in my script. Yo.
Okay.
Let's not jump the gun here.
No doubt.
Cool, man. So you guys did this project. So you've got your own thing going on now, which is Silverback Inc, right?
Right.
That's you right there. So just kindly dissect it for us, like what's going on there? What is it? Is it a record label? Is it a management company? What's going on there?
So at the moment, it's like a lot of things, man. I'm still gonna refine it, and we'll get to it. And like in my attempt to do it, like a lot of things happened, and we had to we had
Oh
to
yeah.
I had to divert my energies elsewhere. But I was about to do like a full launch of the apparel and things like that.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
basically, all of my work is published under Silverback Inc. All of my work is and everything in terms of like whatever. All my business is handled through Silverback Inc.
Mm.
So at the moment, it's just I guess it is a publishing company. It's a merch, like it's still all encompassing. It still needs to be fleshed out proper. I mean, we still have a lot of work to do on it, and it'll become apparent over time. But as I
Time.
said, as I was about to start with it, we plans just kind of changed, and God was like, just hold on, let's do this first, and then we'll come back to it. So yeah, Silverback Inc. is me. That's all me. Me and the wife.
Dude. Ke rata
Family
Queen
affair.
Aziza na. Ah, ke Silverback.
Yeah, 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 man. Yeah, yeah. You already know that Gabo shit, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Go on the Gabo.
I mean, I've been going through the same similar thing, you know. I started my own company in 2017, and I'm still refining it today, you know.
Got you,
Um,
got you,
yeah, but basically, Linda, it's the same thing. All of my apparels, all of my publishing as an artist,
got you,
this podcast.
got you,
This podcast is this is
got you.
the second leg of this podcast. So we started
Okay.
the first leg, which is Plug the Ox, and that's an actual podcast with mics and whatnot, you know. So that falls
I
under
must
this
come through,
company
man.
as well. Yeah,
I
yeah.
must
Oh,
come through, sit
definitely,
with
we'd
you.
love to have you. I've got a dope co-host. He's a hip hop fan as well. So yeah,
All right,
he'd
man.
really
Yeah, I'll come.
appreciate you.
I'll come through, man. Let me know.
Ah, definitely, definitely. Actually, how ya high you
Got you, got you, got you, got you. Threw the ball out there,
Dope,
man.
dope.
Yeah, word. I'll make it
Dope,
work.
dope. Yeah, so I totally understand when you say you're still refining it. I believe that business is usual, you know, as
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go on, it's never a constant thing. You know, it's always being redefined and refined. So you're now
Facts,
got you, man.
facts.
All the best. Business has papa diabor. Marahe,
Hey,
when you've
Shimfana,
got your vision.
that's what. Yeah, yeah, man. That's why I was like, as I was about to start, man, plans changed.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really had to
yeah.
put everything on the back burner. So we'll
Yeah,
get
yeah,
back to it,
yeah.
though. Yeah, we'll get back
Yeah,
to
yeah,
it.
yeah, definitely. Yo, God's timing is always on time. He's never late, he's never early.
Man, man, man.
Yo, let's talk about
Facts.
yeah, pure facts, pure facts, pure facts. Let's talk about the three kings. I hope they're still in here. Um, the assembly. Oof, what are
Yeah.
you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, what you want to know, man? What you want to know?
What are you guys doing? Yo, yo.
Yeah, we got a little something in the tuck, man. We got a little something in the tuck. You'll get it soon enough. You know what I mean?
Bro,
You'll get it soon enough. Listen,
when we
man.
were kings, right?
All I'm gonna say, man. Oh yeah, when we were kings, that's the first single.
Yo,
Off the
what are you
off
guys
off, off the
doing?
project. Akere batho ba lebala mfethu. Batho ba
And you gotta
itebala out
remind them
here,
every
man.
now and then, or yo.
And you got to remind people like, hey, man, listen, your crown is dirty. Pick that shit up off the floor, man. Like, you know what I mean? Your crown's
Hey, yo, it's
nasty,
a
G.
total
Like, get
point.
it up. Yeah. Like it's sad that there aren't a lot more of these conversations happening, like in music.
Hey,
Um,
bro.
um, so we are definitely the kinds of people that you can trust to go there if we need to go there, and we'll go there. You know.
And you will go there.
So yeah, we'll go there without a doubt because I mean,
Yo.
nobody else is prepared to. So what we've got to take up the mantle, and like that's why this hip hop thing for us It's not a fad, man. You don't see us on social media, um, uh, you know, uh, you know, running after trends and no, bro. Like I mean, there's that for those people, and it's cool. I know people need to put, uh, you know, uh, bread and and what have you on the table, and you can't knock that. You can't knock that. But people
You
still
can't.
need that soul food
They
because that
do.
fast food, that fast food joint, man, that thing comes and goes so quick. Um, and we're not gonna appeal to everybody. We know that. We
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
like yo.
We
And also,
we
I was
know that.
telling Spoken the other day, like, yo, it's not about the number of people that you're appealing to, but the impact that you're bringing to the people. You know,
Let me tell you something, man. Behind the numbers, the very same people are listening. Behind the numbers, I know because it comes back to us. It comes back to us. We know this.
you said it,
We
bro.
got ears we got ears everywhere, dog. So that
You
that
said
that
it,
playing
bro.
cute and and what, bro. I really don't care if you don't you know if you don't retweet my shit.
Bro,
I
anyway, I
don't.
get it
I'm a
today.
I'm a I'm a con- I'm gonna continue to support you and yours and show love. But I'm gonna go this way though with mine. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
it
yeah.
genuine always. I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000.
All the
So
way,
with
bro.
us, it's like we aren't waiting for your cosign.
Mm,
We're not gonna do that. We're gonna
mm.
rap, and if we decide that when we were kings is the single that we're gonna go with first, that's the first. And that joint is
That's
6 minutes long.
dog.
The hell you mean? Who does that?
Dog.
2022? Who does that? Who the hell
People
does
can't
that, man?
concentrate for a 30-second video. Imagine 6 minutes.
Exactly.
Yo,
Exactly, dog.
yo, en la
Exactly.
repa.
No, listen. Repa. Repa hohle mardara repa.
Yo, what are you guys doing?
Repa
What are
hohle.
you guys
Oh
doing?
man, we're
Aziza
doing what these people are
what are you
scared to.
guys doing?
We're doing what these people are scared to do, bro.
Bro, yo, you taking it all the way there, bro. Like, where no man's
It's crazy.
land. Nobody wants to go there.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
three
Shout out
men
to
are
my
just
man
there chilling.
Steve. Yeah, shout out to my guy Steve Booser. Like he actually brought it down to the people, man. He brought it down to the level where people need to, people need to actually sit and digest it. So they must go there. They must go see what Steve went and did. And if
What's
you want to
yeah, yeah.
understand, shout out Steve Boost.
I actually need to check his reaction. I was
Yo,
checking
yo,
out.
listen. Right now, when you get a minute, right now.
Yo, I'm definitely do that. While I was doing my research for this interview, I checked out
Right.
a piece of the live that you guys did. Hi, hi, hi,
Yeah.
hi, hi, hi. Hi,
The
Lagata
live. Which live
Hip-Hop.
was this? Which live
There's
was
a live
this?
that you did with Steve.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my talk
Yeah,
with him.
the American guy.
Yeah. My talk, my conversation with him. Is that what you? Because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
did a
yeah,
live,
yeah,
yeah, on
yeah.
Insta, yeah,
On Insta, yeah, yeah. Cause he uploaded it on
yeah,
YouTube as well.
yeah. He
Yo,
did, yeah. I remember. Yeah, got you.
I like hip-hop, guys. And I sing
Listen, man.
Sechepis. I sing bubblegum. Like
Yo,
hip
man.
hop.
This
Like
is we're sit. Yo, man. Listen, this thing saved lives. You know when something saves your life, how you must feel about it.
yeah, yeah.
When something that comes along and saves your life, that is something that you're indebted to for the rest of your life,
Forever. Forever and
ever,
ever. Amen.
forever. And that's hip hop.
Yo,
That's what
yo,
that's what that thing. I know Mel feels the same way. I know Label feels the same way. I know. Listen, we feel the same way about hip hop.
yo. Cool, man. Let's talk about the new project that's coming through. It's
Yeah.
the orientation, right? The orientation LP.
Orientation. Yes, sir.
What can we expect there? Apart from the teaser, a 6-minute long track where you guys just rap.
Yo, expect the unexpected on there. You know, when I was when you look at the track list and you read the songs and
Hey man,
you get you get an idea, right? You like you start to figure out, oh yeah, like you start to think more ho etsahalang ba bua ka eng he. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself because let me tell you right now, you're wrong.
Too late though. We already done that.
Yeah. You're wrong. You're wrong. My fella, my sponsors and then we'll talk after that. You know what I mean? We'll talk after that.
Yo,
but I think it's definitely a project that is necessary.
Especially in these dire times.
Yeah, we need this one. We need it. Trust me, we need it.
Yo, but we'll get into the state of hip hop a bit later.
Got you.
I want to go through a couple of songs, a couple of my personal favorites from you. Quickly, just tell us what was going on, what your mindset, just fast in J. Number 1, Skool of Hip Hop, Skills and Revolution. What? Till today.
Yeah.
I think I'm still the only guy that visits your Reverb Nation page.
Oh snap! Yeah. I must take that thing down so that you must stop immediately.
No, yo, do that.
Yeah. Nah, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Skills and Rev. Skills and Rev. We wrote after a show. We were coming from a show in Bloom, I think it was. Myself, H's label. Sorry, myself, label, and Mel were driving back to Johannesburg, or back to our residence this side. And we wrote that song. We wrote that song literally on the road back. We had the beat just looping, looping. Yeah, and we just wrote the song like on our way back to Gauteng, and it was like, yo, let's, I mean, we need that, we need that element, man, because it was around the time that we were putting together the Skool of Hip Hop mixtape. We needed that element. We needed that, something that had cuts and something that was like all the way hip hop, like undeniable hip hop,
Yeah,
and
that's a role.
Yeah. Shout out to Manan. Shout out to Def McGuinness. They had blessed us with that beat for Skills and Rev. And, we just wrote. Whatever came to mind. That highly cum laude shit, man. That other level raps. You know what I mean?
Look at
it was one of.
Look at Azzy giving herself a shout out there.
Oh, shameless plug. Yeah, I know she's about that life. Yes, it's Azzy. Shameless plug.
Well, that element, that's right.
Shout out. Word.
Cap, you were supposed to drop an album. I'm not sure if it dropped. Class Captain, did it ever drop?
Nah, it eventually became the ape tape. It eventually became the ape tape.
It eventually became the ape tape. Oh, okay.
It eventually became the ape tape.
Yeah, because I was searching for it. I was like, yo, man, I've never heard music from Class Captain.
Yeah, right.
Right. The ape tape is your debut.
The ape tape is the debut. Yeah, that's the debut album.
Yo,
man. I think, look, the direction was different, right? When I started working on music, the direction was entirely different. And when you meet certain influences, you know, the music ideology will change, or
Facts.
you'll gravitate towards, you know, other things, and you'll start writing differently, and things like that. So Class Captain was definitely, you know, School of Hip Hop era, pre MFE.
Yeah, yeah.
When I ended up at MFE, the whole approach changed,
Changed.
because
Yeah, yeah.
now I had, you know, I had somebody who could spearhead. Like, I had a leader now. I had
Yeah,
somebody who could show me, yo, you want to do it this way. You want to try this. You want to try that. Like, this won't work. He opened me up to a lot more sort of collaborate. I mean, people like people like TP. I met him through, you know, the big homie, you know, and
mm,
you know, that kind of stuff wasn't going to happen on Class Captain.
yeah. Facts.
TP Kikopanelena after the fact, you know, Kid X, Red Button,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know, you know what I mean? Those people came after the fact. So Class Captain sounded different. Like, I was going, like, I think
true.
I still do have some of those records, but they are dated and old right now. You know, it's something that you probably never hear the light of day. You
Hey,
know, but
but you make timeless
yeah,
music though. Meloding Cap
I
2009.
appreciate
So,
you. Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah,
so,
Meloding is '09. '09
bro,
was
I'm still
Meloding,
shocked.
right?
I'm still shocked though. Meloding Cap 09. I guess that's
'09, dog.
there's no other definition of timeless other than that.
Word,
True.
word. But I mean, if
I
you in there, if you in there with somebody that, you know, that's that legendary, I think there's no way you would make something trash and then stand right next to that guy.
facts.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah, it's not gonna
Facts.
happen.
You gotta deliver. Ain't no way you ain't
You gotta,
delivering that day.
you gotta, dog. You gotta.
Yeah, yeah.
Word.
Cool. Just relax. Can't bluff on
Ha.
production. Ha
Yeah,
ha
yeah,
ha.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
what else
That
going
shit was
on
hard.
there?
That shit was hard, man.
Hey,
What it was? What was? Yeah, I had already been signed on at MFE, and
yeah, yeah.
at this time finally is out. Yeah, yeah, but it, né?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
we are basically preparing for Continua.
Oh
But
yeah.
Linda had already had tracks from Continua, so songs like Amahlombe and Makasan. Those songs were, yeah, those songs were already completed, and he was already performing with them. What he would do is, the guy, man, fuck, yo. What he would do is, he would take the instrumental, nah, and then introduce the song. What's not a hook or anything on it. So, for instance,
Mm,
Makasan, he would have the instrumental, Avayala perform like instrumental, and he would teach people the song,
yeah.
you know, as he's starting it, and you know, like that used to blow my mind, bro, because people grasped so quickly
By
that
the end
anthem,
of
like,
the song, people already know the
dog,
song. Legendary
dog.
shit.
And he would hit them with the verses, and you know, like, I used to just be amazed at what he was doing. But then he still had songs like Sekele in the cut that he still had to perform, and like Tolerator and all this other stuff, like Voices, like this. And yo, listen, I'm fucking digressing, sorry. So we were performing
No,
Libum
it's all good,
Lindoms
bro.
at the time. Yeah, we were performing Libum Lindoms at the time, um and and you know, when I got that record, I first played him the beat, and he was like, "Yo, you know, this is what you need to go do. Leave that hook as it is. We're not just like Iona, but then go extra hard with the bars with this. Like, don't play or don't
Don't shy
fuck around
away.
with the bars. Like, go, yeah. Like, we need them to understand. Like, you're not like you're on MFE as a lyricist. You're not gonna come
Mm,
here and try to do the sing along records that we do, me and Neo.
You're not
You
gonna
are
do pop,
you are, yeah. You're not gonna do like Shigish. You're not gonna do
Makasana.
Makasan. Like we need to let people know that, yo, you are that, like, lyricist. Like, you are the front line of the team. Like, when it comes to MFE, they gotta go through you to get to me. And I was like, facts, big bro. They must come see me before they get to you. Like, that's how it's gonna be. I'll play front line for the team, and that's what he said to me. Like, with this joint, with just relax, take this record and put it to the people that the team is now got a silverback gorilla in it, and a Hana Nixie it will fit that front line. So that's why you're getting the bars that you're getting, But why, I mean, what's that? But anyway, that's why you're hearing me rapping how I'm rapping.
Yo, man. Yeah, no. If I wanted to write poems, that would be the poem. Just Relax is a poem.
Got you.
Because the song is called Just Relax, and you are not relaxing there. You're not.
No, but that thing because yeah, there's definitely Chapman on there. Yeah, definitely Chapman.
Definitely.
And when we were like moving around with the team around then, that song was the song that I came out to perform with, and people will hear it and lose their mind. I remember being in Durban. Yeah, I remember being in Durban, and Ngane and Zagwe were at the show that night, and I think this was the first time. This was the first time I actually performed that song, and when I did it, yo, Zagwe and Ngane were going crazy in the back, like they were going absolutely nuts in the back. When we came back to the front, they were like, "Yo, listen, I don't know what you cats are on, but this is not how we are going to be. Yeah, this is the right joint." So yeah, I know that's that era, when we established the when we started diversifying the Money First Entertainment sound.
Man, that's a crazy joint. Let me tell you a story. So last week Saturday, this past weekend Saturday, I was in Joburg, came back on Sunday morning. When I come back, I come back with Silas Beats. You know Silas Beats?
Yeah, word. Yeah, I know Silas, yeah.
Silas Beats. Yeah.
Shout out to Silas.
Shout out, my one time. That's my bro right there, yo. And he plays me a joint from Lost Diamonds 2, right? That he produced. And P.O kills the hook on that song. Like, melody vibes. Like, yo. And I'm like, hey, what now? Since when P.O knows how to sing, right? And Silas looks at me and he laughs. Because he's driving and I'm sitting, I'm riding shotgun. He looks at me, he laughs. And he doesn't answer me, right? This morning, I listened to Kumlade.
Yeah.
And then Peter kills the hook.
Yeah, man, that guy, that boy nice.
This is why Silas laughed at me, because this nigga been doing it.
Yo, P dot like is one of the most like complete MCs you will find like in the country. He's super complete, super polished. I mean, so stop playing with P.
Yo, dog, Kumlade Kahajo, feature yo, even his verse, flawless. Yo,
yeah.
I think that song. I think that song is outright my favorite song of yours. Like, okay, no, but I'm lying. Like, the 8-tape has Meloding, has NRG, has Giddy Whip. I wish we gotta get it. No, I'm lying. Kumlade, no. Yo. Yeah, take us through how Kumlade came about.
Kumlade, shout out to Bonavi on the beat. I had the beat. I had the beat. Yeah.
The code.
I had the beat.
Who starts a song like that? Yo,
Word. Yeah, so I had the beat and ke romele it to my jita, and I asked, yo, listen, you guys vibing with this? And yeah, I got a good feedback from the
good
fellas, and I was
response.
like, I bet let's organize a day in studio. We headed out there, and yeah, we banged that out. Ah, man, I think we were in there for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. We were in there for that thing,
What?
and we had knocked it out. Yeah,
Done.
it was quick. It was quick. Like, I mean, the writing is come on, man. Like, it's ABC, right? It's elementary shit I
Right,
mean, if you've been
right.
doing it, if you've been doing it that long, man, come on. So we only spent a little bit of time probably on the hook, doing
Yeah.
like the harmonies and shit like that. But P was
Mm.
all over it. I think we do
Yo,
like I get in the back and I do a bit of the underlying harmonies, but that was
yes,
pretty
yes.
much it. But it was me, Dre, and P in studio that night with it was Lebo Machudi was recording us that day. He also has
Oh yeah.
he also actually has he has vocals on there towards the end. Lebo Machudi. Shout
I
out to my
mean, he's
brother
been
Lebo.
killing these vocals, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm
So
not
yeah,
surprised.
that was it was literally just listen, man, let's do something that's lyrically astute. Let's just give people some like let's just remind people like yo, you know, we're nice with this dog. Let's
Yo,
start playing. Yeah, let's
yo,
start playing. Just give them the and if you remember, I think I gave that song away for free. I think
for
I don't
free,
think
bro.
yeah I gave that song out
Hey,
there,
but I
man.
wasn't complaining. I was happy. I was happy. I
Yeah.
wasn't complaining.
Yeah, salute.
Yo, yo. Plus, kana go next Santana Sokola. That's a little chat.
Hey, it was bad, bro. It was
Yo,
bad.
so imagine you spending
Bootleg.
on data to download and you buying the song. So yeah, man, I was happy. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yo,
Salute.
yo, mommy,
Salute.
if your man can out rap me, monyale. Yo, yo. Let's get to the big one.
Salute.
You
Yeah.
touched on it a bit, so I don't think we're gonna spend much time on it. Aces, yo,
Word.
yo.
Word. Yeah. Aces man was yeah, my nuns, what up? My nuns, shout out to Melo, bro.
Again.
Yeah, yeah. But as I said, it was an idea that I had. I wanted to do a record with Linda, another record with
Mm,
Linda. So
mm.
then I spoke to him. I was like, yo, would you be down to do another record with me? He's like, yeah, dude, like we gotta go. We gotta finish up your album. What the hell is it you talking about? So, but then he said to me, yo, we gotta get a Zagwe on it though.
On it, yeah.
I'm like, oh snap. The minute he said that, I knew I was like, that's actually quite genius, bro. All right, cool. Let me see if I can track him down. Um, my boy Strelo, shout out to Strelo. He connected me to Ngani. Ngani then obviously who was managing
Obviously, the truth.
Isagwa
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
time. Yeah. And yo, the moment they heard Free State, Soweto, and KZN niggas was like, what? Please, yo, listen, we are actually in Joburg on such and such a date. We are there. You know what I mean? So
Let's
Majita
go.
actually dog like, and I'll forever be grateful to Zagwe and Ghana for this because they came through at the on their own volition. But Lileka Matlabona, I literally just had to go pick up the
Yo,
homie from I had to go pick up the homie from the guest house where we were staying, and we went over to record. Um,
yeah.
the day of the recording, myself, uh, Vita, I'd actually told Vita, yo, Zagwe's here. So he's like, yo, yeah, pull up. Let's go to the studio and get that joint out. He pulled up. I came with Zagwe there, and the big homie, man, that guy just came on and styled on us, man. You heard what he's doing over there, man. You heard what the guy's doing over there, man.
There's rappers, and then there's that guy.
Listen, man. But that the energy that day was so. You hear it in the record. You hear in that record,
Definitely.
the energy was amazing, man. We wanted something that would like transcend like eras, and you can bump that song today, and you
Bro,
feel,
bro.
yeah.
Hey,
Aces
man.
was hard though.
Take
Aces
us
was hard.
through the line, yeah, big homie, Hanari, Lekasekas labo, Tebsam, ban, and Tebsam Rembulo. Like, yo, you said
You know,
something,
he had to he had to call to get that line cleared. Like he had to call some like
yo,
real street dudes.
yo,
He had to call some real street dudes to get the clearance for that line because I think people still had open cases and what have you,
yeah,
and so he made some calls and like he had to properly vet that line. But I mean the people that he was still in touch with at the time, like Linda was is such a well respected cat. Like he knew the most up, upright, upstanding cat to the most gutter cats ever. And when he needed one thing or the other, he knew exactly who he needed to call. That guy,
yo,
that guy was different. So when
bro,
he made that call to y'all, yo, can I'm speaking like this.
yeah,
You guys, does that sound like something that's gonna give you all sleepless nights?
problems.
Like, you do like, nah, dog.
Mm.
Nah, dog. Yeah, do your thing. So that line is
Yo,
deep. It's like you don't, what I mean? You got, when you've got to go to the source to to find out if you can actually talk about things like that. You must
yo,
understand the
bro.
kind of strong, super strong,
Hey man, Dolo needs to hear the story, dog. Like when I heard it, I was like, "Whoa."
crazy,
And I heard it today, man.
crazy.
Mind you, I heard it
Yeah.
today on that Steve live, bro.
On Steve
I
Booms's
know,
joint, yeah, yeah.
yo, that's crazy, bro. Like these are real gangsters, bro. Like
These are
he's
like
not
hardcore gangsters.
Taitapeli. Yo,
No, no. It's hardcore
yo,
gangsters. This is people that that he was in tune with, in touch with.
in
People
Tumwe.
that yeah, yeah,
He hit
yeah.
them on a dialer, bro.
Listen, man, if he didn't have niggas direct, he knew how to get to niggas.
Get to them.
Yeah. I was
Yo,
sorry, yo, man, that guy was colossal, man. And that was colossal, dog.
bro.
I don't want to keep harping on about him, but that guy he was massive, man. He was celestial, that guy. Saying like he did a lot for
Celestial
Soweto. It's what
indeed,
people
bro.
don't understand.
Celestial
Like as far
indeed.
as yeah,
Yo, cool. Let's talk
word.
about your debut. What a fucking jam. What a classic.
Thank you, bro.
Yo, first of
Appreciate you.
all, how did you get this? And that's how they connected, man.
Yeah, sees the intro. Yeah, sees my banner. Shout out my brother
Yeah.
C's, man. Caesar is one of those big homies I was talking about earlier. The people that when we started tapping into hip hop music, those are the people that schooled us to a lot, like fed us information, because they were older. They knew where to source the stuff and find the stuff, and you
Mm,
must go. Samo mamela mangmang, samo mamela. Those
mm.
are the people that. So sees like as far as my tutelage, he goes a very long way. He goes a very very long way. These are people that really are ingrained in my fiber as far as my hip hop knowledge is concerned. These people are people
Mm,
that sat there giving me information and gems and things. So I had to get out. I had to reach out to Big Bro. Um,
mm.
I mean, he did that intro so beautifully, man. Like
I'm about to bug out, man. I'm about to bug
yeah.
the fuck out.
Shout out, shout out Stoke.
Yo,
Shout out the Big
yo,
Bro Stoke.
yo, the legend. Yo,
Shout out the Big Homie. Man, we in here,
yo.
man. Salutations
No,
to OG.
I kept sharp. We can wrap it up. It's fine.
My dog. Yeah, I gotta go meet OG in a minute. So yeah, I gotta be out soon, dog.
Yo, let's quickly wrap it up, man. Tell me, okay, cool. Caesar, is he from your hood? Qua Virginia.
Caesar's from Velcom. He's from around the way.
Oh, yeah, from Velcom. Okay,
Yeah.
dope. Um, what do you think about the state of the current? No. We're not done with the 8 tape yet. Take me on that journey. Yeah, get it where you fit in. I think that's the only one we'll talk for now because we gotta wrap it up. I need that one.
Yeah, yeah. Get in where you fit in. It's another Manan's production. Shout out Manan's.
Hey,
I'm sure his ears are.
again.
I'm sure his ears are ringing right now, man. But Manan's Manan's
Definitely.
yeah. Manan's actually gave me that beat on because he had done like a remix. Funny, he had done a remix for Aces. He had put all three our verses to Aces on that Get In Where You Fit In,
Oh, for
and
real?
it sounded ill, and I was like, yo, maybe this is something that we can consider, like an Aces Part Two. But I don't want it on this
Mm.
beat though. I don't want it on this beat though. I
You want this beat
want
for
another
yourself?
beat. Yeah, I want this beat for myself. You know what I mean? And I knew had I played that beat for Linda, I would have lost that joint. I would have lost that joint.
Because there's a video
Had
of
I,
him jamming to the
yeah,
song,
in the
and
studio,
that's what made me fuck with
studio,
the
yeah.
song.
I had already recorded it at the time. He was mad as
Yeah.
shit, man. He was mad as hell at me, man, because I didn't have it, because I didn't get him on that record. I was like, yo, big bro, like, I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, we can't have too many records together. Like, let me ride this one. Let me ride this
Yo,
one. Let me. It was his favorite record. It's his favorite song. Like, on the album, it was his favorite record. You see him in the studio going crazy on that record, man.
bro,
He was going
yo,
nuts. He
the hand signals.
loved that. Yeah, he loved
Come
that thing,
on,
man. He
come
loved
on.
that. He
And
loved it, man.
yo. He definitely
Loved that thing.
when the album dropped, I think it was one of the songs that I went right to, and I just
Yeah,
jammed into that before I listened to the whole project. You made me love
yeah,
that
yeah,
song, bro. That
yeah.
video,
Word. Yeah.
yo,
Salute, man.
yo.
It was, and like he used to rock up in the studio. Like he would actually, if I was Coco Faceless, just recording and whatnot, like he would call me like, "Yo, Cap over." No, I'm with Faceless, or I'm on my way to Faceless, and he's like, "Alright, cool, I'm pulling up,"
I'm
because
pulling up.
either he wasn't doing anything or he was in the vicinity or whatever. But whenever he got to studio, that's the song that he wanted to hear. And I think I recorded him. I recorded him maybe twice
Yeah,
um, in the studio while we were busy jamming to that record,
jamming.
and like it was his favorite record, man. Point
Yo,
blank, period. And
yo.
and then you were still mad at me. You were still so mad at me that I didn't have him on the record. And in hindsight, I suppose I could have had like a remix or something where I had him on there, but we didn't have time. That's the thing. You think you have time, but you don't.
Hey, you think, but yeah, man. Yo,
You
what
don't,
do you
man.
think about the state of
Yeah.
SA hip hop right now? Like, especially now after this
I hate
150 bars thing.
I hate these questions. The state.
I know.
Look, right
That's why I
now,
said for last.
the, I hate these questions, man. Um, right now is it's I hate it's funny for me. It's
Yeah.
hilarious because people throw rocks and hide their hands. You know what I mean? It's yeah. I can't respect that.
No ways.
Like I can't respect how much they're moving about it. Um, or how they're moving about trying to revive the culture. Like um, after some of us has jumped ship to Amapiano and what have you,
Bro.
and left the shit decaying. So it feels desperate for me. Like I'm le fabricator editori. what to like
create a
bring
non-existent hype.
yeah, like no man, come on man, like don't do that shit. Like this is like we consider this shit like super important to us. Like we don't play
Yo,
with this thing.
yo,
We don't play with this thing.
yo.
This thing is dead serious to us, man. Dead serious to us. We don't play with this thing. If it comes to the point where there are diss records coming, like let me understand what the beef is about. But don't diss me, because I'm taking your head off.
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
play.
like
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm not gonna diss you and then like I'm dapping your hand back to the city backstage
Yo,
and we like listen man, don't do
I
that. We
saw
don't
a
play
picture
here.
of the three
This
people
side we
that
don't.
released it.
Nah,
Sorry, sorry about that.
you see. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you, man. That's exactly what
No,
I'm
I
trying to
get you.
tell
I
you,
get
man.
you,
Like
bro.
I and not at the end of the day, I'm just like, it's a desperate attempt to 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 find some sort of relevance. Because I mean, people haven't been producing music lately, man. It's
And that is
um
the actual problem.
not rap music anyway. That is that is and to go about it in the fashion that you're going about it in sounds just insipid and tired. Can't respect
Yo, man. First of all, thank you for answering my cheesy question. Really appreciate it.
it. You must be lucky that I got love for you, dog. That joint, I would have dropped. I would have been got kicked out of this live right now. Man.
It's all love, bro. It's all love, bro.
Yeah, Erg,
Yo,
Erg,
I
you
know
already
who
know.
to ask. I know who to ask. I know who am I gonna get a response from. Yeah, if it was
Uh,
somebody else, if it was Melly Mel, no, he wasn't gonna cut it. So
yeah,
yeah, I know
yeah,
who to ask.
word,
Um,
my dog.
last question. So where to from here?
So right now, man, the orientation is coming. That's what's next.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it.
that's
Simple
it.
and plain. Orientation is next. We'll discuss everything that happens after the fact. After you guys have lived with that for a minute,
For a
orientation is
minute.
what's up. And
Yo,
you see who's on there, man. Come on, man.
yo, the track
It's
list,
not light
bro.
work, man.
The
It's not
track
light
list,
work,
bro.
dog. Not light
And
work.
I see
Waripuara,
Melly
baby.
did some production there as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. A joint called Hawing. He produced that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Now
can't wait.
Waripuara throughout the whole album, though. Waripuara, no child's play.
Yo. I think we should wait for the project to drop and then come through
Yeah.
so that we can dissect it a bit.
Yeah, I got you. You know I got you. You just let me know when you wanna handle it. I'll come with the team this time though. I'll come with the whole team.
Oh, that would be so dope, bro. That would be so
Yeah,
freaking dope.
yeah.
Like, yo, we could
I'll
actually
bring the
do a
last three.
2 hour special, bro. Like, yo,
Let's get it. Let's get it, my nigga.
yo,
You already
yo, man.
get
I'm
it.
definitely gonna hit you up about that. Caps, thank you so
Salute.
much for this.
My guy.
Yo, I can't even explain
Appreciate you.
how honored I am, bro. Like,
Appreciate you,
I've
my
been
dog.
riding with you since the go away days. I think that's actually the
Appreciate you,
first
man.
time I really got to hear you on the Sea
Yeah.
Live show. And I've been
Yeah,
riding
yeah.
since, bro. And you've never failed,
Salute.
bro. Like, yo,
I
you've always
appreciate you, man.
delivered time and again. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you very much for this live.
Love,
Man,
my
all the
dog.
best. Go get him. Go get him.
Fresh. I got you, my dog. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having time for me, man.
My G, thank you so much.
I appreciate the platform, Donas. And I'll let you know how we're gonna move afterwards.
Sharp hot man.
Yo, shout out to everybody in here. Envy, I saw you in
Yo,
here,
yeah.
man. Queen, what's up? The whole assembly. Stove, what's good? I'll see you in a minute, big bro. Yeah, everybody, man. Salute for chilling with us, and I mean, orientation is on the way, man.
It is what it is. Yo, shout out to Queen Aziza, man. She's been handling it down from the start. Yo, my
Facts.
sister, Uminahan. I really appreciate it.
Minana, boy.
Shout out my brother.
My dog, early.
No.